Good morning, everybody. I thought I would make a short video to just help you kind of navigate some of the forms of technology that I will be using in the classroom. So the big one, I'm sure you guys are probably pretty familiar with, Google Classroom, since most of your teachers use this in the spring. I just wanted to show you how I'm going to organize my Google Classroom. So when you go to our class page, you're going to see that I kind of spiced my background up. I used a banner with my Bitmoji. So that will be the main streaming page. Here, you really need to just look for announcements. Like I already posted some of the materials I will be sharing with you today. So some of these will come up here, but the main place that I want you to look, and again, this is my teacher view, not the student view, so it's going to look a little different from yours. You're going to want to go click up on the classwork tab. This is how I've organized my page, okay? So you're going to see a couple categories, and these categories will increase as the semester goes on. So this is just information that will help you kind of navigate my class. So you're going to see a remote learning information tab. I've got a Bitmoji key or an emoji key that I'm going to be using that's got, you know, some different items for you guys that you can use for the classroom to kind of help me stay organized. For example, when you pull this up, you're going to see that I have kind of a color code for the days of the week. So all of the announcements, all of the material, and all of the assignments that I posted today will be labeled with a yellow circle because today is Monday. Tomorrow, you're going to have a project that's going to pop up, and I'm going to explain all that tomorrow. I don't want to stress you out today with a project, but you're going to look for a green circle next to that since tomorrow will be Tuesday. And then we get more into like the fun emojis. Again, guys, this is just a system that I'm going to use to kind of tell you what type of assignment or what type of activity we will be doing that day or in the upcoming days. For example, if it's an assignment, a quiz, or a test, you're going to look for this exclamation point. If it happens to be group work, you know, if I put you guys in a Google Meet with a few other people, you'll see these little people emojis. Another one is if I'm going to grade it for points, you're going to look for the green check mark and the hand that's writing. So these are just kind of, this is a system you'll get used to along the way. Tomorrow when I post the project, you'll look for the little projector and the light bulb emoji. So that's just something for you guys to use and utilize. So let me go back to the main page here. Okay, so if I'm back to classwork, you'll see that the really important tab that you guys want to focus on this week will be the week 1 tab or category. These are the days of the week. And every single Monday, notice the yellow circle, I will post a weekly agenda. So let's take a look at that. This template will always be the same. The only thing that will change will be the information. Okay, so today when you guys click on this slideshow, you're going to see a little breakdown of what we will be doing every single day of the week. Some of you have jobs. Some of you might be watching your younger siblings. I know this is a stressful time, so I just want to make this as clear-cut as possible for you. So I'm going to lay out what we will be doing each day. For example, today, some things that you need to be doing this morning and throughout your afternoon. You need to watch my Mrs. Rinkowski introduction video. You guys will learn a little bit about me. You need to read over the class syllabus, which I'm going to pull up in a second. And then obviously you're going to watch this video to help you navigate some of the technology in the classroom. Tonight for homework, you're going to fill out a student survey via Google Forms for me for points. It's worth 10 points. It's due by tomorrow morning. So that's going to be the thing that you want to get done for me tonight. Tomorrow, I'm going to introduce a project. I'm going to post a little video about the project with some tips to help you. And then I'm also going to hold a Google Meets tomorrow. I'll send out an announcement later this afternoon once I've worked out the times for that. I have 5 different classes, so obviously I want to meet with all of them. So look for my specific time for our class tomorrow. And then there's a breakdown of the other days of the week. If you look a step further, you'll see that I've already posted the Monday slide. I haven't done the other slides yet because obviously we're not there yet. But this gives a little bit more detail and depth of what we will be doing. So this kind of already states what I mentioned earlier. So you're going to read over that and then get a better idea of what you need to be doing today. Okay, so here we go. Let's go back to the main page. So you can kind of check these off your list and use this as a guideline. So you've seen the agenda. Hopefully you've watched the introduction video. Now you're going to look at the course syllabus. This is really important, guys. I know this is the boring part of the class because, you know, usually if we were in person, every teacher would be going over this. I never read mine verbatim to my students. But what's important for you to look at is obviously my contact information. This is my email, okay? You guys need to save this email, save this syllabus. This is the best way to contact me. And I want to go a step further. These are my office hours, which is different from if I was in person. If I was in person up at Belleville East, I know some of you are Belleville West students. I'm sorry. I got to get used to that. But you could just pop into my classroom at any time if you knew my schedule, and you could just ask me a question in person, or, you know, pop in during my lunch period or my prep period. Well, you know, obviously I'm not going to be glued to the computer for 6-7 hours a day. And I'm sure you don't want to do that either. So these are my availabilities, my times. So from 8:30 to 11:30, those are my morning office hours. So anytime, guys, you could shoot me a Google Meets, a Google Hangout, an email, ask me questions, and I will get back to you very promptly, okay? And then in the afternoon, I'm available from 12:30 to 2:30, and then 2:30 to 3:30 is my prep period. So I will not be available. I'll be working on making assignments, quizzes, material. If you email me or contact me after 3:30 p.m., I will promise to get back to you within 24 hours. But don't get frustrated because I'm going to cut that time off, okay? Sometimes you'll hear back from me after 3:30. Sometimes you will not. You have to remember that teachers have lives too. Obviously, one of my main purposes in life is to teach you and to be there for you. But at some point, you know, I'm not going to be answering emails throughout the night. I have a husband. I have things that I need to do at home. So I will try to get in touch with you guys as soon as I can. Here's a course overview. So I want you to read that. If you signed up for an elective like World Lit, sci-fi, film is lit. Guys, because we are going remote, we had to collapse some classes. So if this is not what you expected to take, you need to reach out to me or your guidance counselor. I'll tell you that my class is going to be a combination of writing and literature. You know, we will read some really amazing pieces of literature. You know, usually when I teach in person, you would get this a lot of projects, a lot of interaction, but we will be doing it a little differently. But here's some of the things that we will be reading. I listed those in the required text sections because I will be uploading all of these materials, but if you'd like to purchase them yourself because you want to annotate those as we go, you could do that as well, okay? So read through the syllabus for me. I've also included some remote learning tips that I think are really important. I know that it was a shock in the spring when we all got sent home and had to force ourselves to teach a different way for me, you know, and you guys had to learn a completely different way. So just, you know, I know one thing that helped me was creating consistency. Go to bed at a reasonable time. Get up, have a routine. You know, if you drink coffee like I do every morning, have your cup of coffee, have a workspace set aside for yourself. I still use an agenda and make a checklist of all the things I need to do and get done, and that will keep you sane. If you want to send me a message with some, you know, questions about how to do that, I would love to help you. Again, I know you guys won't see me in person, but you will quickly learn that I love my job and you guys are very important to me and your success is so important to me too. So if you have questions about how to stay organized or how to get into a routine, we can work through that together, okay? One thing that is different from the spring, I am not going to accept late work. You guys are seniors. You can do it. I'm going to be very reasonable with my due dates, but you have to turn in and submit the assignments on time in Google Classroom. Whether it's a survey that you're going to take tonight, whether it's a project that you're going to have 4 days to complete, if it's turned in late, you're not getting any points for it. So I want to be extremely clear about that. This is not the spring. Your grades matter. This is like the old days, except we're doing this online. If you need help, you have to reach out to me, okay? I've also included a section for remote learning tips for your parents if they want to look over that as well, okay? So those are some things. Again, my Google Classroom is organized by category. It's going to be organized by weeks. The week that you need to focus on is obviously week 1 for this week. Go through these items, especially the agenda, and make sure, maybe print the agenda off if you have access to a printer, or maybe write those things down on each day of your agenda to help you stay organized. You'll notice on my end it says a get to know you survey, and it's a light gray. It's going to post at 8 a.m. this morning. It hasn't done that yet. So that will be due tomorrow, early in the morning on Tuesday. So look for that, and you'll see the little exclamation point and the check mark and the hand with the pen in it means that I'm going to be grading this assignment. This will be your first assignment. And guys, your surveys matter. I'm going to, take into account your responses and read all of those, okay? All right, have a great day.